Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Walking Dead video. So in this one here, I want to talk about Daryl Dixon. We actually have a lot of new photos here. We got some first look photos, the official ones that we're always waiting for each year at Comic-Con. And yeah, I mean, this is usually when they release it. It's usually about a week before Comic-Con, which obviously isn't a week from now. Now, I know the strike is happening and all that, but obviously, you know, the event is still likely going to happen. It could be canceled, but like, I think on that day, they're still going to be releasing trailers and a bunch of information and all that. They'll probably just release a bunch of stuff and do something with like a, like obviously a press release and all of that. Like they're still going to want to do that, especially because of the Daryl Dixon release date. That show is dropping on September 10th. That's less than 2 months now. And Fear the Walking Dead is premiering on October 22nd. Which is going to run basically until like the last day of November or something like that. Here, let me check just to make sure. Yeah, November 26th. So that's the last Sunday of November. So yeah, we have Walking Dead content pretty much. Like honestly, there's about a month off. I guess August is the month that we have off, but there's going to be so much to talk about through that because of Comic-Con. There could be a lot of Rick and Michonne teaser stuff that we're going to have to talk about throughout that month. A lot of teasers building up Daryl Dixon. So I mean, we have quite a bit of stuff for a very long time here. So I'm excited. So before we go any further, obviously make sure to be a subscriber if you do want to get all my Walking Dead content like this. And also I created a Patreon. It's only $2 a month and I'm going to be posting vlogs there every single week. The first vlog should be live on Sunday. Could be there on Saturday, but for sure it's going to be done by Sunday. I've already been filming quite a bit of stuff. I do need to film like an intro and get into a lot of that, which is what I'm going to be doing at some point later on today, but I have to wait for my kids to leave because I want to be able to talk for like 10-15 minutes about some serious stuff and all that, and I'm never going to be able to do that with the kids here. So yeah, I'll have to film that then. I've already been filming quite a bit of stuff of just things going on. So I'm going to have that in my first vlog. I'm going to be editing all of it tomorrow, and then again, I might just release it tomorrow or on Sunday. The point is, I will be doing this every single week, and so if you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, as of now there's just vlogs. There might be a lot of other stuff behind the scenes in terms of me reacting to some of the Comic-Con news, talking about some Walking Dead stuff, but as we grow an audience there, you know, there's going to be some other tiers, or there just might be additional stuff that I just might add to this one specific tier that I have. So I hope to see you guys there. The link for my Patreon is in the description. Thank you so much for all the support. But yeah, the Daryl Dixon show is premiering on September 10th, which is a lot earlier than I originally thought. Honestly, I thought this show was likely going to premiere at some point, like, I don't know, end of October, maybe early like October or something like that. But it's September 10th. To me, that's kind of weird because it's not really the fall. It's technically still summer, but I guess, yeah, I don't know. I have all these weird theories in my head as to how they categorize summer and fall, but I guess in general, September is just fall for them. So yeah, whatever. The show is premiering on September 10th, and it seems like it's going to be premiering on AMC and AMC Plus on the same day. So I don't know if there's going to be like an earlier release, I guess, for AMC Plus. It seems like it's just going to be all on the same day, which again, if that is the case, that would be amazing. But I mean, they could just follow the same exact sort of thing that they've been doing for a while, right? Like we could still get Daryl Dixon releasing 3 days early, which would be on September 7th, which I mean, honestly, for me, I would really not like because, yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then it is what it is. But I would really like it if they just released it on the same day, because the thing is, like, AMC Plus having it early, you know, like, again, it has nothing to do with being able to watch it early. People, I think, like AMC Plus because that's just sort of how people watch shows now. No one has cable anymore. Like, nobody has cable. So if you have it on AMC Plus where you can stream it through like for me through Prime Video, or if you just have AMC Plus directly, like I don't really care about watching it early. Like honestly, I can wait the extra 3 days and watch it when it's released on the Sunday. That's totally fine with me. I have AMC Plus because I want to watch The Walking Dead, and a lot of people are like that. So to me, I think personally that they should just release it on the Sunday, and I think it would be amazing. You know, they don't have to release at the exact same time. If you want, maybe you just get it earlier. Like you can watch it that morning on the Sunday, right? But yeah, September 10th is the release day, and it's apparently today is Bastille Day, I guess. It's a French holiday, so I guess that's when they announced it. But yeah, we have a lot of images here, and there's a lot of images here. There's a lot of stuff here that honestly I'm a huge fan of, because we actually do have sort of a general vibe as to what we can expect here from the show, because a lot of what we've gotten so far really has just been like, it's been minimal stuff, like a lot of cryptic teasers and stuff like that, which is obviously really cool. Like I'm not complaining about that. I mean, they've been promoting this show a lot, like a lot, right? So I'm not complaining about it whatsoever. It's just in terms of the story and what's actually happening per episode and all that, we don't really know what's happening. And so now they're starting to get into it here. And the trailer that is likely going to be released in a week from now is going to feature a lot of that. It's going to tell us exactly what we can expect from this. So let's get into the first photos here. Obviously, this shot here is my favorite shot. I'm probably going to use this as a thumbnail. I mean, there's a lot of shots I'm able to use here, but this one I just find really cool because you have Daryl with a different weapon, and he's obviously shooting at walkers here. There's some sort of fire or explosion that went off here. And yeah, we see these walkers just like sort of getting blown up, I guess, from the explosions here, or else they're just getting sort of shot at from Daryl here. I'm not entirely sure, but really cool action scene here. I mean, the thing you got to remember too about these walkers is that they're running walkers, right? Like, and I actually do wonder how many of the walkers are going to be running walkers, because I know that there's variants of them, but there are going to be walkers, I'm sure, that are just literally normal ones, right? But you will have those walkers that are also just like super fast and going to run at you. And I wonder if these walkers are those walkers here. And so that's why Daryl, I mean, I don't know if he has like an assault rifle here or anything like that, but I wonder if that's why he's using that, because like, obviously you can't just like simply run away. I mean, maybe you can, but like they're never going to run out of energy. You are, right? So you are going to have to be able to like stand up for yourself, right? And so this definitely, like this shot here is just absolutely incredible. Like this is really like amazing stuff here, like honestly. And then we have this shot here of Daryl and a bunch of new characters here. And the characters, actually, before we break this down, let's get into some of the characters' names so you guys can actually like start to like recognize these characters a little bit here. So we do have this character right here. Her name is Isabel. So she's supposed to be a main character, I believe. I think she's supposed to be actually a part of 3 characters that I believe are like the main characters. I do think there's going to be Daryl, Isabel, and then there's someone else who I believe is also like a main character as well. We do have this shot right here of 2 characters here. One goes by the name of Caudron, I believe, and then the other as Philip, or Philippe, I guess is how you would say it. Yeah, I wonder if they're villains. I mean, I could just see them being villains, or at least this guy right here. He just kind of seems like a villain. And then we have this shot here of Daryl, and then someone else here named Laurent, or I guess Laurent, I guess is probably how you would say it in French. And then you do have another character here. She's a nun, and her name is Sylvie. And I was pointing this out in the teaser the other day. For some reason, out of all the nuns, there was one nun where we actually saw her face, and I was like, I wonder if she's going to be a bigger character than just like a background character. And it looks like that's going to be the case. So we have a new character here named Sylvie. And so now when we go back to this shot here of Daryl and we see the wagon and all that here, we actually see all the characters together here. We see Laurent, we see Daryl, we see Sylvie, and we see Isabel. So very, very interesting. I mean, I'm definitely really excited to see if this is going to be the main group that Daryl's with. Because for Daryl, you know, he wakes up in France and it's going to be one of those things where he's trying to figure out why he's there. And I think he's going to try and get back home. I think he'll probably find some way to get back home, but he's going to have to help other people kind of thing. Like, it could just be very typical like that, but then he just meets these people, sort of gets involved with their problems and their issues, and then he just kind of decides to like, you know what, I really care for these people. I want to stick around until I can actually help these people out. And so that's exactly what is happening here, it seems like. And so we have some really cool shots. We have this one shot here of Daryl with 2 other characters, and yeah, obviously a really cool action shot here. He does have a crossbow. It's not his crossbow, but he actually does have a weapon that is like a crossbow. So I imagine there's going to be a scene, and it's just a prediction of mine, but I think there's going to be a scene where there's a bunch of weapons like arrows and crossbows and all of that on a table or something, and he's like, or he's offered like, here, you just pick whatever you want, and then he just grabs the crossbow because he's like, well, I'm just, it's Daryl, right? So just a really amazing shot, honestly. Like I that's the thing. This show just based off of the photos here look absolutely amazing. And then there's this shot here of Daryl as well, which I believe is from the premiere. It looks like this is when he first arrives there. He's just sort of lost, not knowing where to go and all that. And I do think that's probably going to be more of what it is in the beginning. I think Daryl wakes up on the shore, and then he just sort of, maybe he finds this like thing that he has here. And this is sort of Daryl for the first little bit before he gets knocked out and then taken in by nuns. And then that's when he's branded, and then he meets a bunch of other characters and all that. I think that's how it's going to go. I don't think the nuns find him on the shore and then take him in. I think he just sort of wakes up by himself and then is sort of everywhere lost. And then that's where things happen. Because, I don't know, that just seems to be the flow of everything. And then we have some shots here. Actually, there's only one shot, but I sort of cut it into 2 shots here because it was just way too long to have here in this format anyways. And so, yeah, it says The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon on AMC and AMC Plus. Just a gorgeous shot here of, I'm not sure where that is in France, but absolutely amazing. And then we also have the release date here September 10th, 2023, and I am just so ready. I'm so ready for the show. I really cannot wait. And by the way, we do have a release date for Fear the Walking Dead. I was going to do a video on that, but there's sort of no point. I think I mentioned it earlier in the video, actually. But yeah, the release date for Fear the Walking Dead is on October 22nd, 2023, which that will run until November 26th. Yeah, I did mention that before. So yeah, I'm excited. We have the finale, I guess, of Dead City airing on its next week, so on the 20th. And then we have about like a month and a half, I guess, of no Walking Dead content until Daryl Dixon arrives. But mind you, we're going to have Comic-Con for like the last week of July. And so we really just have to get through August. And throughout August, there's going to be so much promotion for Daryl Dixon. Like, there's going to be a lot. And then that's the thing you got to think about too. During Daryl Dixon and during Fear the Walking Dead, which show are they going to promote during that? It's going to be Rick and Michonne, right? So it's exciting. I really, like, honestly, like, when they're promoting that, like literally the world is just going to stop. I just have to watch that. I'm so excited. I really can't wait. So anyways, I'm going to leave it here. Definitely post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.